Up next, the Thunder taking on the Raptors. For Oklahoma City, it's a battle between teams with championship DNA. They will have the home crowd behind them in what is sure to be a clash of titans. Raptors, Thunder, the tip-off coming right after this. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Emmanuel quickly.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. And it's quickly in at the 1. And for the Thunder, at the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Wiggins is out there with Lou Dort. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. Greg, we look at the rosters of these teams, the athleticism they both have just jumps right off the page.
Listen, we're almost guaranteed multiple highlight-level plays in this one. This is the kind of game where you see what incredible athletes the NBA has.
Now, here's Dort. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Pass to Barrett. Back to quickly. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Quickly against SGA. Yep, it counts.
Now, this is his bread and butter, folks. SGA lives inside the painted area.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Ingram outside. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
Well, this is the expectation for Jakob Pirtle. His scoring in the post has to be there for him.
Wallace outside. SGA against Quickly. Holmgren with a screen on Quickly. Here's SGA. Again, Oklahoma City.
Well, Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
Now here's Ingram. His last outing with 20 points. Back to Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Holmgren.
Well, for a player with Pirtle's size, that type of play he needs to make. Get inside, draw contact, get to the line, be physical. Love it.
And he knocks down the first one. Connected to the game. Of course, that's one way to describe Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Pirtle is an exceptional screener. He loves to hit the glass. He's a very physical player. He's everything you want in a big.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
What you love about Jakob Pirtle is his reliability. You know he's going to give you rim protection and rebounds. The other part is he can play with his back to the basket. Somewhat of a lost skill.
Now here's SGA. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. 3 on the clock. Fires, high post, and he hits the jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Quickly finds Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Wallace. Inside. And it's Pirtle that time on the assist from Barrett. He's got 5.
Oh, you see Jakob Pirtle powering through the contact. Use that size, young sir.
Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. That one, no good.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Quickly kicks to Ingram. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Up top, Dort. He's covered by Ingram. SGA against Quickly. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Now, here's Barrett. You saw him with 10 points last game. Over Wallace. And Barrett gets it to go.
For a good offensive player, you've got to take what the defense gives you. RJ does just that. Settles into the mid-range.
Wiggins sets a screen for Wallace. SGA against Quickly. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't connect from short range.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Quickly the pass to Barrett. Ingram outside. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Down low. Pirtle's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now here's Wiggins. Still without a basket. Gilgeous-Alexander against Quickly. There's the 3. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. Holmgren can't hit. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 1. Ingram outside. Pass to Quickly from past the arc. Hits it from 3-point range. Quickly's got 5 now.
Well, great pass, and Quickly makes great use of it.
Wiggins a screen on Quickly. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And he makes that one.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Wiggins outside. Back to Wallace. Dort kicks to Wallace. Outside, SGA. Drains it from beyond the arc. 13 points in the game.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Ingram outside. Back to Quickly. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists tonight.
And Quickly with a big-time answer knocks down his own 3.
Quickly against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Wallace. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Quickly.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren.
Oh, Mr. Holmgren letting you know and letting you hear about it.
The Raptors with the lead. Now here's Ingram. Still scoreless. Barnes outside. Pass to Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Wallace. To the paint. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position. And R.J. Barrett does just that.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And some changes here for the Raptors. Williams looking around. Pass to Caruso. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Caruso, no good.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot.
Here's Abaji. Defended by Caruso. Abaji can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 4. Mitchell outside. To the wing on the left. And here is Caruso. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shoots from the elbow. And the shot no good, a bit short. Raptors leading by 4. Pass to Shed. Here's Murray Boyle. There's a screen. Takes a 3. And it's Shed missing. Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. For 3, Mitchell. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. From downtown. And it's Mamu Kelishvili missing. 1:44 left in the first quarter. Joe passes to Mitchell. They need this one. Rebound by the Raptors. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Outside Williams. Pass to Joe. Oklahoma City moving it around. Mitchell looking it over. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
To the inside. Here's Walter. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Floats it up for Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. To the middle, here's Mamu Kelishvili. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Raptors also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. .24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Holmgren outside. Just 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. He's off on that one. And so it's Toronto bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Scotty Barnes, and it's Walter in at the 2.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now, here's Mitchell. No problem knocking that one down. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Here's Murray Boyle. Defended by Holmgren. Pass to Shed. A three-pointer off the mark.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Coach Mark Daigneault talked about the Thunder's system of player development, and he said we try to do things that serve both the team and the individual, and then it's easier for guys to commit to it. And if that happens, then you have an environment that can be pretty powerful. Back to you, Kevin.
Turning potential into production. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Boy, you love Barnes being assertive on offense. He forces the defense to foul him there.
Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. One example, Scotty Barnes.
No, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
That's good from Barnes. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Dix checked in for the Raptors. And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all 3 are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
Cans it from downtown.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Caruso. Lets a floater go. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
What you love about Alex Caruso, he's never going to force his own shot. Just going to let the offense develop.
And the dunk by Dick.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Pass to Joe. Mitchell outside. Holmgren right side. Toronto grabs the miss. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one. Here's Murray Boyle. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
And the Thunder making a change here. SGA's checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Shedd's checked in. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And, Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Raptors. There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Thunder.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's SGA. Right at the rim. No problem there for Shea.
There's so many ways Shea Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Over in the corner, Caruso. Over Ingram. And that one's good, Caruso. Caruso's got 6 points in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
It's Dick on the wing. Covered by Joe. Dick with it. Rebounded by Joe. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Man, we talk so often and appropriately about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as a scorer. How about that dime?
Here's Murray Boyle. He has 6. Now Joe. And he drives in. Good D by Barnes. To the paint. The layup off target. Thunder trailing by 5. Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Joe. Launches a 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Walter. Defended by Caruso. Walter, good. Walter's got his second basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside, here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guy, still shaking. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Thunder with some changes. Wiggins is checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Alex Caruso. And Wallace subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Barrett against Wallace. Holmgren with the steal. And here we go. Ingram against Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Outside, Barrett. Toronto working the ball around now. Ingram against Dort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Here's Quickly. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Quickly. Shot clock at 6. Barrett wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot. Barrett's got 7.
Well, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
Back to SGA. It's Shai fighting through contact down low.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside, Barrett. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And when it comes to R.J. Barrett, what do you think, Doris, about his development?
Well, we know he's got a scorer's mindset, and he's excellent off the dribble. The key for his growth is just he's got to become a consistent shot maker from deep.
And he makes the first. And another of these young, talented players out of Canada, R.J. Barrett, is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. And Doris, the Raptors, it would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
Here's Ingram, following the basket by Lou Dort. In the corner, Barrett with it. Well, clearly 2025 was a special season for Gilgeous-Alexander. Doris winning the league MVP and the adoration of many.
And obviously contributing to what was an historic season for Oklahoma City. They had the top seed overall in the playoffs. He averaged nearly 33 points on a ridiculous 52% shooting. This guy is the model of both consistency and efficiency. I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
And so Barrett nails both of them. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. 5th, the Raptors.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they pass the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Ingram against Dort. On the wing quickly. It's stolen by SGA. Ingram against Dort. It's picked off. Ingram against Dort. And that one's good. Ingram. And the Raptors lead by 3.
And loving when Ingram uses that lift down low, not settling for the jumper.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Back to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. That puts them in the lead. Wallace has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Dort against Ingram. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Dort a screen on Barrett. Wallace misses. Toronto's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Ingram. Screen by Pirtle. At the elbow, it's Barrett. Shoots over Dort. Barrett, no good. The Thunder with the lead. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Wallace, and the dunk by Wallace.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim and extends over the taller defender.
Ingram against Dort. With the step back. Pass to Murray Boyle. Taken away by Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Mark Daigneault. Coach, how are you feeling about the offensive performance in that first half?
Pretty good. Obviously, we got to get them under control on the defensive end. I thought they played in a pretty good rhythm, but I thought our energy was good. I mean, we got to stack some stops first. We got to get them out of rhythm, but I thought our offense was pretty good. We moved the ball. We played the way we want to play.
You have to set the tone next. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They're just letting scorers go by.
Ole, ole, ole. All right, let's take a look around the league at some of the other games going on right now. The New Orleans Pelicans are trailing the Spurs out in San Antonio. It's a 6-point game in the first quarter.
We've been watching this game in the back. CLOSE, close.
Yeah, it's been a fun one so far. These teams are going at it.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Raptors trail by 4. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the 3. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half with. Clock at 6. Nice defense from Wallace. The Thunder shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. SGA passes to Holmgren. Outside, Barrett. Now, here's Quickly. Ingram outside. Pass to Pirtle. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Wallace kicks to Holmgren. And here is Dort. SGA double team. The tray. Wallace misses. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. They haven't given up any points here in the second half, and the shot is good.
Boy, the handles of R.J. Barrett on full display. What a pretty drive.
Right side, SGA lets it go with the three. That's good from Wallace on the assist by SGA. Wallace has got 8 points.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 13. Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. To the paint, here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Barrett. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. Here's Ingram. Dort grabs the miss.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That's going to send Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to the free throw line. That one on Jakob Poeltl. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
What's been amazing to watch is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going from good player to now putting his name at the very top of the list in terms of great guards in the league.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Let's take a moment now to check out the top scorers around the league. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is second.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wallace against Barrett. Ingram setting a pick for Barrett. Into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Barrett's got 15.
R.J. Barrett, a clever penetrator. He's got a number of different moves to get where he wants to go on the drive.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Now, here's Quickly. 8 points for him. And Barrett gets it to go. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Holmgren with a screen on Barrett. Kicks it out to Holmgren. Hits the three-point bomb. Holmgren's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Quickly against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And so here is Oklahoma City after the Raptors pick up 2. Outside, Dort. 5 on the clock. No good. Shot missing. Some solid defense from Ingram. Outside, Barrett. The kick out to Barnes. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Wallace outside. It's stolen by Barrett. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
R.J. Barrett has size, quickness, and a knack for scoring the basketball.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's now 26 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Doris, in any discussion about Lou Dort, the first topic has got to be his defense.
Kevin, I'm going to be honest. I don't think we talk about him consistently enough as a player who should and could win Defensive Player of the Year. If you are a perimeter shooter or a perimeter scorer, the last guy you want looking opposite you is Lou Dort.
Now we get a chance to check out Chet Holmgren.
He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. He's around 18 points per game, 10 rebounds, and just over 3 blocks.
And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
Inside. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Dort. It's up a 3. Wiggins kicks to Dort. Back to Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Wallace. They get it back. Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Raptors trail by 11. Quickly the pass to Pirtle. Now, here's quickly. It's Ingram on the wing. And again, Toronto no up.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Barnes. Jumps up. And the dunk by Barnes.
Opportunistic play by Scotty Barnes. Recognizing his teammate makes a defensive play. Let me get out in transition.
Gilgeous-Alexander against quickly. And the dunk by Holmgren.
You can see he just has a great overall feel for this game. Excellent job tonight.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
Now here's Pirtle. He's got 9. Quickly with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Outside, SGA. Wiggins sets a screen for SGA. Shea hits from outside.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Bounce pass, Ingram. Pass to Barrett. Takes the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Holmgren with a screen on quickly. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
Raptors trail by 16. And here is Quickly. He's got 8. Hurdle with a screen on Wallace. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Barrett setting a pick for Quickly. Pass to Barrett. Barnes outside. For 3, Ingram. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Over in the corner, Dort. Wiggins kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace. Off target from three-point range.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the middle, here's Barnes. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good from Barnes on the assist from Ingram. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Jalen Williams is checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Cason Wallace. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. SGA double team. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can score it, so you have to respect it. That sets up his passing game. What a pretty delivery.
Here's Shed. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Just 4 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Here's Joe. Fires from deep. And that comes off the assist by SGA. Joe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Abaji, defended by Caruso, and it's good for 2.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
And 1:01 left in the third quarter. And it's SGA missing.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Abaji. He's got 5. And no good.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Joe. No good on the triple. Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Williams. For the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Walter, and it's Barnes in at the 4 spot. Takes a step back. Joe in the corner. Caruso kicks to Williams. Williams a screen, and here's Mitchell from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Thunder lead by 19. To Abaji. To the right side. And here is Barnes. He's guarded by Williams. With the fadeaway. And he can't bank that one in.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Down low. Here's Joe. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Mitchell. The Raptors getting the bucket. Pass to Holmgren. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's Shed missing. Oklahoma City leading by 19. To the paint. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Murray Boyle. Mitchell outside. And just off the cuff, Doris, what do you think is the toughest part of the season?
I mean, for me, watching these players try to perform the final 2 to 3 weeks before All-Star game, there are so many things in play. Has it been an extraordinarily difficult season where you're just simply not winning? Are you trying to incorporate perhaps a player that came over from a new trade? And then also just the focus. Everybody's mind is, ooh, I've got a week vacation here. I can't wait.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that could carry on well throughout the year.
Here's a look at what's coming up for Toronto. On Wednesday, I'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. Then on Friday, I'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Mitchell. The Raptors making a switch here. The Thunder leading by 23. It's tipped. Dick with the steal. Inside, here's Walter. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got assist number 5 here tonight. Outside, SGA. And that one drops. SGA's got 31.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai? Creating a bucket.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. TB won't complain about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
No good on the free throw. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
No good on the second free throw.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Joe passes to Holmgren. Good on the bucket. And now it's up to 25 points for Chet Holmgren.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Mitchell against Barnes. There's the drive. Mamu Kelishvili. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Right side, SGA. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the pass to Joe. 5 to shoot. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by the Raptors. On the wing, Barnes. Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Out to Ingram. Launches it. Cranes the three-pointer.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Mitchell outside. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Murray Boyles has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now, here's SGA. He's tightly guarded. Raptors trail by 17. Shoots the 3. And again, it's Brandon Ingram with the triple. Ingram's got 9 points here in the second half.
And you love the work Ingram has put into his shot. You can put him in the corner now and force the defense to extend.
Here's SGA. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. SGA's got 33.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Murray Boyle. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Oh, boy, he attacks, but how about that rim protection? That is so good.
Holmgren sets the screen for Mitchell. Off target from outside.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Barnes kicks to Ingram. Over Joe. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Thunder leading by 16. To the inside. Holmgren gets the bucket. And that's now 27 points for Chet Holmgren.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Ingram with it. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. And it's the Raptors' ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander shoots over Walter. Barnes grabs the miss. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Gilgeous-Alexander shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
Well, what a pump fake by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the defender committed, and he'll go to the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Wiggins is checked in for Jalen Williams. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. And it's Cason Wallace in for Mitchell. And the second free throw, good. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 15-point game. Pass to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Now here's Wiggins. Dort with a screen for Wiggins. Takes the 13-footer. Pirtle there for the rebound.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Barnes screen on Dort. Ingram with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Here's Pirtle. Throws it down. What an assist!
I think this guy is a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Knocks down the 3.
Well, he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And here are the Raptors now. After Oklahoma City gets the 3. And down it goes.
And this is what you want more of. Ingram has to keep being aggressive like this.
With the shot, buries the jumper.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now Dort. 1:15 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Holmgren against Barnes. And he gets that one to go.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
Wily move by Ingram, able to come up with the foul and get that shot in the air.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Now, here's Mitchell. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Shai, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, so that I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it.
That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.